All right, what's going on, everybody? Gaby Card Stacks here. I went to day one of the Arizona State Card Show. I did not go the other 2 days, Saturday or Sunday. I was there basically all day on Friday and felt like I saw everything I needed to see. There wasn't really anything else I felt like I needed to see or go back and try to negotiate on or buy somebody out in the following days. So just going to run through everything, kind of a small stack here. I was a little disappointed, but going to show you everything. I spent a total of like $220 or so. First stack I got from Interstate Breaks. They're based out of Vegas. They had a lot of good value bin stuff, so dug into the 10 and above type stuff that they had. So Trayvon Diggs, that I think was $20. I think this was stickered at $20 and last had sold for I think $30 at auction. So I just listed this at $40 and we'll see what happens. But blue color match, very polarizing, but Dallas Cowboy stuff should move pretty well. So at $20, I thought that was a good deal. This one, we'll see how it pans out. This was marked at $30. Michael Pittman, gold shimmer to 10 out of 2022. Gold, just, you can't go wrong with that. Hoping that, I think I get a little bit of room on this, and then that allows me to sell this for about 30 to 40, hopefully 50, but we'll see. And then this one was marked at 10. Quentin Nelson doesn't have a lot of stuff. Blue color match to 25. So ended up stickered at 60, asked to get it for 50. So didn't think that was awful. So not bad. And that was my first deal of the show. This was a little bit later, one of my last deals, but somebody had just ripped open some Bowman U. They ripped open 4 boxes. They had a red Jaden Delora Shimmer Auto. They were asking 60. I told them I bought the black Shimmer 101 for 51. But they're like, probably the cheapest red you're going to find. You'd be surprised how bad reds go sometimes. But got these for $5 a piece. Kyle McCord to $3.99. That's probably about market on that. And then Cam Rising gold. He'll be back next year. I don't know if he'll be the starter there, if they're going to bring someone in, or if he transfers out somewhere. But we'll see. He has not played football since New Year's, and by that time, almost 2 years that he won't have played football. So it'll be interesting. But for $5, don't think you can go wrong there. Next, a friend of the program offered these two for $22. I really just wanted the Keon Coleman, but threw on the Jaden Delora State Pride in his Wazoo jersey. But the Coleman, I thought that was a good deal. There's one up for $30, and that one just recently sold. So I'm the only one at $50. And I'm the only gold available on eBay as well. It's a gold shimmer up for $80. So I have 2 of the lower Keon Colemans up on eBay, and then didn't have change, so I had a 25. So we threw this in for 3. This already sold. I sold it for 4, so kind of evens out everything right there on that stack. This I just found in a $1 bin. Thought it was decent. I'm sure it's probably like a $3 or $4 base card there. And then this stack. So I picked up in a $10 bin a bunch of stuff. This was one of my earlier purchases. And I ended up going back to this dealer because they had some other lower end Bowman stuff, but I was going to try to see if I could bundle some stuff. I mean, it was just really like $4 or $5 stuff in their $10 bin. So wanted to see if I could go back, but I'll talk about this stack first. So Evan Stewart Refractor Auto to $4.99. I guess I'll save that for when we discuss. And then Deontay Banks gold shimmer. This is numbered to 15. Rookie for the Giants. I think he's hurt, but he's had a really good year, or he's just having a really good year in general. Last one I think sold for 40, so that was good. Olu Fashanu should be a top 5 to 7 pick. Refractor auto. Malik Neighbors, just a base, but the cheapest available is $40 right now. He is hot. Dallin Hayden, base auto, should be the next guy up, but I know Mayan Williams tore his ACL. He might be back. We'll see. And then Roman Dunze, purple, not bad for $10. I just recently sold one for 20. So this stickered out to 60, and I got it all for 50. So I was pretty happy about that. So I mentioned I went back to the dealer because I was going to try to see if I could get some more Bowman, and then he just said, "Hey, you selling?" And I was like, "I guess." I typically never sell at shows. I just don't like selling at like 70, 75%. It just doesn't make sense when I sell pretty well on eBay. But I showed him my stuff, and he started pulling out some stuff, and we started looking at comps and everything. and he picked out a JJ McCarthy gold auto from this year's set, and then a Brock Bowers green auto to 99. I was in the money on the green Bowers to 99, and then the McCarthy I was into at like $90, I would say, off of another lot I picked up. And comps for that JJ were about 180, Brock was about 80, so it stickered out to like 260. I was figuring if I sold, it's like 230-ish after fees. I wanted to be at 200, which I felt was low at the time, or still looking back on it. He offered 190, and I was going to walk away, but then I don't know. I just, for some reason, was entertaining it a little bit more. I was like, I don't have to deal with eBay returns, anything like that. And I guess in the back of my head, I was kind of overly leveraged in JJ McCarthy. I had a slab that I had sent in. I just made a bonehead mistake on COMC. I bought a JJ McCarthy yellow to 75 for like $80, thinking it was an auto. I looked at the listing super fast and didn't realize it wasn't an auto, so I was into that, and I'm like, man, and then I don't know about Michigan, Penn State the next day. If they lose, do I lose my opportunity to sell out on JJ? And for some reason, I don't know, and I don't think I got pressured into it, but he was very aggressive with, like, he threw like the 190 in cash on the table, and he was like 190 cash, kind of waving it in my face. Which, looking back, I think that's what kind of like eats at me a little bit, because I feel like I could have sold those. I had an offer on Discord for 170 on the JJ McCarthy. And I feel like I could have sold the Brock Bowers. Those are two guys that are going to go up. Brock Bowers just came back. JJ, obviously with playoffs and potential Heisman contender. But I feel sick that it ended up being $192 plus this Dane key, so about $200 in value. I just feel like I shorted myself $40-50, and I knew in my gut I should have just walked away, but I don't know why. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm into the cards for $90. I'm making $190. I just feel like at the end of the day, I shorted myself. I shouldn't have done that. A lot of seller's remorse, so that really sucks. But it is what it is, and now that makes me like hungrier to like recoup those funds that I feel like I could have had. I'm going to try to look at the silver lining. That is going to at least be the Band-Aid that rips off for me. I feel like with both of those cards now, I would have been like, oh, well, now I'm going to be asking for $250 on the JJ, and then I'm never going to get it, and then it's just going to slowly, at least I get my cash now. That's what I'm telling myself, but I don't want to look at prices. I'm sick that I actually did that. I never sell to dealers. The one time I've actually like done a transaction or a trade with a dealer, I feel like I also lost on that. I just feel like you always lose when you're working with dealers. So don't like that, and just don't like that he just had the money in my face, and I didn't even need the cash. I didn't at all, but I just figured I'm into the cards for so little. I am kind of sour about JJ McCarthy because I bought that yellow, and I don't have to deal with eBay. Would have netted like 230. He's offering 190, taxes, all that, whatever. But yeah, just real disgusted with myself. So I'm hungrier though to make up for that. So at least I got a Dane Key auto and 190 cash on that. All right, now next deck. Honestly, the best boxes that were at the show. This is Rip Valley. They're a newer hobby shop, I think, in Arizona, kind of downtownish. They had like 5, 10, 20, and 50 and above boxes. And I feel like I got a good stack of stuff here. So this was in the $20 box, and I will be keeping this Arizona Immaculate quad patch. Everyone's got 2 colors on it. Stanley Johnson, Stanley Johnson, Scott Kingery, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, and Kevin Newman. These guys were all there during my junior year, and that's numbered to 25. So I don't know, just I've never seen one of these before. I mean, I have, but not like such nicer patches. So thought that was good for 20. This Donovan Klingen refractor auto, got this for 20 as well. He's been pretty high. I've been selling his base autos for like 35, 40 on COMC. So thought that was good at $20 to get a refractor. Evan Stewart refractor auto for $10. This was in the $10 bin. I really liked that one. Denzel Burke orange to 25. He's playing like a first rounder this year. So these all stickered at 60. Asked for 50 and got that. And then this Evan Stewart gold lava, they had in the 50 and above, a $50 bin, I guess. And I had looked at comps because sometimes they'll kind of go low, sometimes they're kind of high. The last three had done like 25. So I was like, hey, could you be closer to comps on this? And they said, yeah, we'll do 25. So I got this stack for $75, which I was pretty happy about. So Evan Stewart, a guy that I'm buying into, the #1 receiver in the country, I think 2 years ago. So not a bad stack. I was really impressed. I'm gonna have to go check out this hobby shop. Had a lot of good value bins and a good mix too. And so I picked up cards from my PSA submission. I dropped these off like early October maybe, and I just got them back. So I was pretty pleased. I was going to do a blind reveal, but they just handed me the stack, and I saw the very first card on top, and I was super excited when I saw it. But I was definitely going to like go in a corner and record some stuff and do more general footage of the show. But there was music playing, so I feel like that would have been like copyrighted. And I don't know, I saw the grade already on top, so I was like, all right, I'm happy with that, and there's no sense in doing a blind reveal at that point. So I submitted four cards. This is what I got. Caleb Williams, gold national pack, numbered to 50. It got a 10. I was not expecting a 10. I felt like this was just a 9. I did have them reviewed by DT Sports Cards, so he's kind of like the group subber for Arizona, for the Phoenix area. So he'll charge $2 to review, and he'll kind of tell you like, hey, I sent in my Caleb Williams Bowman best gold. He was like, hey, this is probably going to 8. So probably don't send it in. So for $2, he'll do that. So I just had a minimum grade of 9. I'm shocked that this got a 10. So I was pretty happy with that. This one, looking back, should I have submitted? No, but JJ McCarthy, at the time, and I still am, I do think Michigan is the best team in the country, sign stealing and all. But a PSA 9, I have it up for 200 now. We'll see what happens there. This card I felt pretty good about, a 10. Kool-Aid McKinstry National Pack to 10 auto. Don't know what the Kool-Aid graded market is like, but was happy that got a 10. And then my Fitzgerald Kaboom, I knew this would 9. It had like a back right corner issue. I was kind of shocked it didn't 8 during the review, but it got a 9, and this already sold. I listed it for 400, got an offer for 300. I'm into it for probably about $160, so I'll make about $100 plus on that one. So I was happy about that. So I will be submitting. I submitted one more card to him. It was a green Shadur Sanders auto. I picked that up from Shane. I was talking to someone in my Discord. They were actually set up at the show, and then I was showing him like my Bowman, and he was like, yo, this has a shot to 10, and he handed it to his buddy who does all the grading, and he was like, yeah, like this looks good, you should submit it. So dropped that straight off. Once I was done with that conversation, went back to DT Sports Cards and dropped it off, and that was that. And then I also submitted cards with COMC. I feel like I've been documenting that enough, but it was like 100 and something cards. It was, you just drop it off at the site, and really like COMC, really enjoyed talking to the reps. They were walking me through the process, and we were just kind of chit-chatting. That 16-week, they said, it could be 8 to 10 weeks. They just have to, give themselves some buffer time. So I'm excited about that. It's about 2.5 months or so for that 50-cent range, which is nice. So that puts us in kind of like mid-January or so. And we talked about the Fresh Pulls promotion that they have. So within 90 days of kind of that first submission that they get, which is pretty nice. So that was pretty much it from the state show. I did talk to one of the local shops. They usually have really good bargain bins at the show. I asked, hey, do you have any Bowman University? Like, oh, we got tons at the shop. We got like 800 cards, a 3-row, and a couple boxes. So I went the very next day, and no one seemed to have any idea about where these boxes would be or anything about Bowman University. So kind of annoying, but whatever. I went through some of the bargain bins. This Drake May, these were in a 3 for $1 base lot. I sold 2 of these for, I think, $5 on eBay not long ago. I think I'm just going to stash Drake May. And then this Traylon Burks snakeskin at a Prism Draft. This was 50% off stickers, so $250. Listed it for $15, and I think I've got a couple watchers already on it. So not bad. But that's everything kind of from this weekend. Really good value bins from what I saw. Mostly I'm looking for Bowman University. So that kind of limited my spend. I was kind of disappointed. I only spent $200 or so. Really, it was a lot of baseball, a lot of Pokemon, and a lot of basketball, not a lot of football. And a lot of dealers were saying the first thing right when you walk up, like, "Hey, you guys, you selling?" So I don't know if that's because prices are down and they want to take advantage of that, or if the inventory is hard to come by. But I don't know. It was an okay show. I feel like with Phoenix, there's like 8 monthly shows now. I go to 2 to 3 of the bigger ones, and I feel like you see everything you need to see. Not a lot of fresh inventory being put out by a lot of those dealers, so it is what it is. I'm probably going to be slowing down on my show going, just because holidays and things like that. Those will also slow down, but also like Bowman University and football is kind of now playoff NFL football is going to be what I'm focusing on. So we'll see what kind of inventory pops up on eBay and COMC and other things. But that's everything. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.